If you've bought any of the LEGO Wicked sets recently, you might have noticed one problem, and that's that they don't include any minifigures. Now don't get me wrong, they do include mini dolls, which if you're not familiar, mini dolls are a variant of minifigures first introduced in 2012 to help LEGO break into the younger female audience. But besides that, mini dolls have never been my favorite for a few different reasons, so in today's video, I'm going to attempt to turn the Wicked mini dolls into minifigure form. So with that, let's begin. So first up we have Alphaba, and I decided to make her in her witch outfit that she wears towards the end of the movie. So for the legs, I just grabbed this plain black skirt piece from Jafar, and if you guys want to give her some extra detail, you could also grab the skirt from the Mind Flyer minifigure, but I just decided to give her a simple look for this video. Now for the torso, I got this one from the Snape minifigure, but I put it backwards, that way you get that nice purple printing. So for the head, it was definitely a little trickier because the color LEGO used for the mini doll doesn't really have any female options. I mean, you could use this one from the Witch minifigure, but it doesn't really look like Alphaba. So I decided to go a shade lighter and grab the head from Gamora, and you can use either version. I just used the one from the CMF because it was a little cheaper, but either one works really well. And then finally for her hair and hat, I just used the one that comes in the official mini doll. And here she is all built up. I think she looks really well as a minifigure, and the lighter shade of green definitely works really well for Alphaba. Next up is Glinda, and for her skirt piece, LEGO doesn't actually make one in this light pink color, so the best I could do was to grab this one from Aurora, which doesn't look the best in terms of color accuracy, but it's the best we could do for now. Now moving on to the torso, I looked at all the options and I settled on this one that comes on Hermione, and it looks almost identical to the mini doll, so I'm definitely going to use this one. Now the head was definitely a little trickier because it had to look like Glinda, but it also had to somewhat represent Ariana Grande, so I looked at a few different options and I actually found this one that comes on this mermaid figure that does the job really well. And then for the hair, I just grabbed it from the official Glinda mini doll. And here she is all built up. I definitely think this is one of the best figures of the video. This honestly turned out way better than I expected it, and definitely captures Glinda's character really well. So moving on, we have Fiero, and this was definitely one of the easiest figures, but still looks really good. So starting with the legs, I use these ones from the Birdwatcher figure. That way you get those tan pants with brown boots on the bottom. And then for his torso, there's a few options, but I used the one from the Townsperson minifigure and then added some white arms. And then I also grabbed this bow tie piece from this Alfred minifigure just to add a little more detail. And then for his head, I used this one from the newer Indiana Jones sets. And then finally for the hair, I used this brushed over medium nougat hair from the Green Brick guy. Okay, next up is the wizard himself, and for his legs, I just grabbed these ones from the carrot guy. That way you get a simple leg design, but you also get that awesome dual molding. And then for his torso, there's tons of options out there, but I used this one from V from the BTS Lego Ideas set. And I thought this torso looked pretty good on him. It's not the best option, but it still works pretty well. And then I also added this dark green cape because in the movie, the wizard wears this like dark green trench coat. So I thought this would be the best way to represent that. And then for his head, I just grabbed this one from Dr. Henry Wu. And it's not the best match because he's technically supposed to have a gray goatee in the movie. But this is the closest I could find in dark gray because LEGO hasn't made a gray goatee print on a minifigure head yet. So this is the best I could do. Now moving on to the hair, I used this one from Tan France because I thought it matched the wizard's hairstyle a little bit better than the one LEGO chose. And here he is. This is definitely an improvement from the mini doll LEGO gave us and looks so good as a LEGO minifigure. And last but not least, we have Madame Morrible, and this was definitely the simplest figure of the video, but it still turned out really good. So for the torso and legs, I just grabbed this one from Professor McGonagall. That way you get the green dress design, but with all the gold printing on it. And then for her head, I just grabbed this one from this Petunia Dursley minifigure and then just used the hair that comes on the official mini doll. And here she is. This is definitely one of the easier ones to make, but looks really well as a minifigure, and I definitely think you guys could build this yourself. And here they all are in minifigure form, and just looking at these really makes me wish we had gotten minifigures for these sets. But regardless, let me know in the comments which figures turned out the best, and let me know if you guys like this style of video. But until next time, I'll see you later.